Wilcke for the Hawkeyes. And Nathan Traxler of Stanford.
197 pounds from Stanford, Nathan Traxler. His opponent from Iowa, Cash Wilcke.
Wilcke is sophomore for the Hawkeyes out of Ida Grove, Iowa. 6th at the Big Ten Championships. Traxler, a redshirt freshman, wrestled at Marming Academy from St. Charles, Illinois, recently 3rd at the Pac-12 Championships. Those were wrestled at Oregon State in Corvallis, Oregon. Wilcke and Traxler scoreless. 60 seconds into the first period.
You have a coach's challenge.
Wilcke won his first match, and before being pushed to the backside, was beat by Jared Haught of Virginia Tech 5-3. Traxler won his first match and then was beat by Willie Miklas, the 6th seed of Missouri, 2-0. Both guys again battling here on the backside, fighting for All-American status.
So we're going to the video.
197 this evening. Perhaps the story of the tournament, Kyle Cannell of Kent State. He pinned Colin Moore in the quarters this morning. He'll wrestle Michael Machiavello, the 4 seed, who won a battle with Shakur Rashid of Penn State. On the bottom, it is the 3 seed Jared Haught of Virginia Tech and the 2 seed Cornell's Ben Darmstadt. Talked about it before the tournament. We knew 197 could get a little bit crazy because one of those weight classes a little bit more up in the air. But with that being said, I don't think anybody had Kyle Cannell picked to be in the semis tonight. But again, that's what makes it great. Kyle Cannell could care less what you think. He could care less what I think. All that matters is what Kyle Cannell thinks. Came in with some self-belief. You saw the interview on the big board, some unfinished business, left the sport, came back. Wanted to become an All-American. He'll have that the rest of his life. Great story. He may not be done yet. Confidence is a crazy thing. Those 10 losses, those don't mean anything tonight. No score after 1. Tom Brands, Ryan Morningstar in the corner for Wilcke. Jason Borelli, head coach for the Cardinal. Wilcke quickly to his feet off the whistle. And gets the escape. 10 seconds again. Quick escapes. Quick escapes, quick escapes, quick escapes. And Tom Brands throws in the challenge brick. And he is going to challenge. He wants a caution. Tom Brands looking pretty good in that black jacket today. Man, I remember watching him on those Hawkeye teams early 90s. Talked about it before. My favorite wrestler, Chad Zapital. You had Terry at 126, Tom at 134. Troy and Terry on those teams. Bart Schelsvig out of Webster City, Iowa. There's a caution on red. Good challenge there by Tom Brands. John Ostendorp, Mark Ryland. Those were some great teams. That Iowa style. They showed up, took some names, kissed some babies, dominated, got back on the bus, and went back to Iowa City. Iowa's had a really good tournament. had a disappointing Big Tens in East Lansing, but they've responded pretty well here in Cleveland. I've always enjoyed my conversations with Terry and Tom. I've always said, because I get a lot of questions, what are those guys like? What are they like? I always say, hey, they're great guys. Always been very fair to me. But then I add, if you put a scoreboard up near those guys, it gets intense. They love to win, hate to lose. But I really enjoy conversations with those guys. You want to learn some wrestling, talk to either one of those guys. 42nd, second period. Wilcke up by one with that escape early second period.
5-2 lead. Extremely short time here. So they've got a 7-2 lead. 2:06 on the clock left here.
The first NCAA championships I ever saw, want to say, was in 1991. I saw it on TV. I wasn't there. The first time I ever came to this tournament was 2011 in Philadelphia. But the first couple matches I ever saw of the NCAA championships as a fan, I want to say it was 1991, I'm guessing, maybe 1990. But it was Terry Brands at 126 and Jason Kelber of Nebraska. Kelber slapped that cradle on. Must have missed the 118 match. And then the match that followed was Tom Brands and Alan Freed. Freed, I believe, was a freshman. Tom Brands, three-time national champion. Terry won a couple. 1-1. Remember, during that broadcast, they had a segment of Tom and Terry. They had lived together, and they're like fighting in the apartments. It's good stuff.
Now on man number 6 from Arizona State, Tanner Hall.
Shot there by Wilcke. Wilcke deep on a single leg. Does a nice job to get off the shoe tops. Traxler countering with a whizzer. But Wilcke, great opportunity right here. Traxler had his leg snaked inside of Wilcke's leg. And Wilcke unable to finish. We stay 1-1. Going back to those 1992 Big Ten finals, if I remember right, as Traxler takes a shot, Terry Brands beat Dan Flood from Wisconsin, and then Tom, I think, beat Joey Gilbert of Michigan. That was one of the best Big Ten finals I've ever been to. That was 1992. And Wilcke and Zappital had a battle at 118. Randleman and Shelsvig, I remember. I mean, Dan Gable and Russ Hellickson going at it in the old barn in Madison, Wisconsin. Inside of 30 seconds. Riding time and on factor. 23 seconds left. Wilcke a jog back to the center. The Hawkeye toes the line. Traxler is set. Here we go. Going off of memory, I thought Wilcke last year, again, going off of memory, could be wrong. I think he was a match away. Thought he lost to the blood round. Oh, good level change. Wilcke unable to finish. Wilcke a couple attacks that last period. Unable to score, but a couple attacks. 1 minute sudden victory. The Big Ten and the Pac-12. There's a shot from Traxler, and Wilcke able to kick away. Half a minute. Another shot there by Traxler, and a reshot. Picked up his attack right here in this sudden victory. Now these guys go forehead to forehead. Wilcke shot.
So there's no coach's challenge on mat number 6.
Neither one of these guys was able to ride the other. And now we'll go to the tiebreakers. Comes up red, and Traxler will go on bottom. Again, 30 seconds left. This has got to be 3-4 goes. 8 to 10 second goes. Traxler works to his feet. Wilcke does a nice job right there. Goes to a finish. And he's going to stay right there at the edge. Good work from Wilcke. Now just 6 seconds. That's how you got to do it. Just really a battle of wills in these situations, I believe, with these tiebreakers. Easier said than done, of course, but it's got to be so tough and gritty. Sit there from Traxler, and Wilcke able to ride him to 30 seconds in that tiebreaker. And Stanford is going to challenge. I'd be surprised if this changes. But I've been wrong before. As we hit 3 o'clock local time here in Cleveland. Sam Stoll of the Hawkeyes gets his arm raised. One of my favorite things this past season, the morning stroll with Sam Stoll. It was must-see. Must-see. Hawkeyes did a really good job. The marketing departments. The morning stroll with Sam Stoll. Some great jokes. 2 marketing campaigns that I just love this year. The morning stroll with Sam Stoll. And then Illinois had Isaiah Martinez reading mean tweets this week. And that was hysterical. One of the ones I remember is Isaiah Martinez, you should be a fashion designer because you make the guys at Penn State look so good. Isaiah chuckled. He said, I'm 5-2 against these guys. But really good stuff on social media. But I must admit, the morning stroll, I mean, I look forward to that thing coming out every day. Oh, what a shocker. I was wrong. They give Traxler the escape. In my defense, I didn't get to see the replay, but at first glance in real time, I did not think it would be overturned. So a great challenge by Coach Borelli. And the Stanford corner gives Traxler an escape 2-1. So the riding time at 29 seconds in favor of Wilcke. It happened with a second left. If you give an escape, you got to take a second off the riding time. So here's Wilcke off the whistle. Good wrestling from Wilcke, just never stopped. So it's 2-2, and Wilcke's got the riding time advantage at 22 seconds. Of course, if it remains 2-2, we'll do another 1 minute, the second set in victory.
And now, CSU Bakersfield will challenge that there was not a takedown.
Wilcke and Traxler in a dogfight here on mat 4.
So Stanford did
Jason Borelli telling Traxler, you got to get it right here. Let's go. Yeah, because of that riding time, 22 seconds of Wilcke, definitely expect Traxler to have that urgency. Because if it goes to the second tiebreakers, it's going to be advantage Wilcke. And as I say that, cash in with a leg attack. Wilcke's got the ankles tied up. Traxler trying to get head high in the scramble. And now Wilcke elevating. Stalemates, 25 seconds. There's a shot from Traxler. Traxler's got a good angle. Single leg. 20 seconds. Looking for a back trip, and Wilcke kicks away. That could have been worse. Those two guys come crashing in the table. Traxler now takes a shot off the whistle, but underneath those hips of Wilcke. And if Traxler loses this match, that single he was unable to finish will probably haunt him the rest of the offseason. Got to capitalize on those opportunities. Of course, credit Wilcke, but that's one you got to finish. So now Wilcke goes on bottom. Again, the first of the two 30-second tiebreakers. And Wilcke again with an escape. This is not sudden victory, so again, Traxler, expect to see him really pick the pace up. Good job there by Wilcke to circle back in. Wilcke will hang on to both legs. So right now, the choice goes to Traxler. He's going to choose neutral. And Jason Borelli reminding him that Wilcke's been called for stalling once. So next one would be a point. We're 3-2. Looks like the final match of this session. It's been a good fight. Both guys have wrestled really hard. If you're Wilcke, of course, you want to circle. Does a nice job right there. Wilcke gets a takedown. That'll seal it for the Hawkeye. Cash Wilcke of Iowa. He'll wrestle in tonight's session. Wilcke 5-2 over Traxler. Fun match to watch. Good fight. We'll be back at it a little bit later on tonight. So watch.